Hello, Taurus friends. I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Taurus October 2024 Astrology Horoscope forecast. I'm calling the theme of this month Terrific Taurian Transformation, and we'll go into all the details as to why I am calling it that. This is for you if Taurus is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Taurus placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Taurus friend, so birthdays like May 15th through the rest of the sign, or Taurian degrees like 23 degrees through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Gemini report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. YouTube friends, I'm going to work on the chart here in the video. Podcast friends, I'll put the chart as the thumbnail, so in case you want to check it out. We're going to spend the vast majority of our discussion centered on the right side of the chart where all of that stuff is. There is a Libra party for everybody in the zodiac, so we're going to go into all the details of what that looks like, including that solar eclipse. Talk in detail about that, and all of these players, or call them participants in this party, all have invitations for you. So you have an open-ended series of invitations from this party of the Libra persuasion in the 6th house for Taurus. Okay, so let's talk in detail about these party goers and what this looks like. First, this is a Libra party. This is a meeting of the minds. This is an intellectual conversation, an intellectual connection in the areas of hypothesis and ideas and ideals. And all of the players here, transiting South Node, the Sun, Mercury, Lilith, Astrea, Juno, and the October 2nd 10-degree solar eclipse in Libra, these are all bringing invitations to you. So we're going to go into the details as to what they're inviting you to do in this meeting of the minds. But one thing we do know is that it's very much centered around partnerships and relationships. Even as the Sun and Mercury join Venus and Scorpio later in the month, this is a time where partnerships reign supreme. Those planets will enter your 7th house of Libra. So this story of other people, your connectedness to them, what they can offer you, what you can offer them, and the synergy that's made by these connections is going to be one of the overriding themes of the month. So everything's going to be better together, and that is a very strong theme of this time. Let's break this down a little bit. So we're going to look at all of these different layers. This South Node, which is opposing the North Node, these are the transiting nodes. These have to do with the eclipse cycles. They're in Aries and Libra, 2023 through first half of 2025, Aries Libra eclipse cycle. We're in the second to last eclipse cycle or story of that whole book that is occurring. So me versus we, chaos versus order, because of the 6th and 12th house being accentuated here, seen and versus unseen, logic versus intuition. All of those themes are coming up strongly, and you can watch my September reports to see more about the Pisces eclipse and how that factors in, but we're not going to go into that here. Podcast friends, you can scroll backwards in the podcast list and find Taurus September, and YouTube friends, I'll put it in the playlist at the end, or you can go to my channel. But though that Pisces eclipse energy is still happening this month, even though it happened in September. So that is all going on right now. It's another layer of the Pisces energy from this polarity of Aries Libra that's adding to it. So I'm just kind of showing you here there are multiple layers of these energies being present in your life. So you're going to have a lot of shuffling around of energy, autonomy, independence versus dependency, codependency, merging, separating, interdependence. All of these stories will be very strong. If you want to see how the Aries Libra, and specifically for Taurus, the Pisces Virgo house eclipse energy happened before, you can look back to the middle of 2013 through the first half of 2016 and the beginning of 2004 through the first half of 2006, because that's when this eclipse happened before. This eclipse cycle happened before. So, you can think back to those times and see how the things I'm going to talk about now may have been, happening in different ways at that time. And an important note, just because something bad happened then doesn't mean that will happen at this time. There were unique factors at play then that are not happening now. There are unique factors now that were not happening then, but there will be themes. Okay. So as I go through these themes, you may notice that those kind of things came up in those times. So what is the invitation here? The invitation with the transiting South Node, remember this is a clearing up of karma. So this is an invitation for you to shed outdated routines and habits. The sixth house relates to routines and habits. Any of those routines and habits that no longer serve your highest good, it may be time to get them out of there. This is a time to let go of patterns that drain your energy, hinder your growth, clutter up your space energetically and physically in your house, in your office, in your car, etc. And this can all make way for healthier and more productive ways of living. The sixth house is also the house of health. So it's very, very health focused, very wellness focused. What you may see here, the invitation here, is a karmic health transformation. You're being invited to have a karmic reset in your approach to health and your daily experience. This Libra energy is giving you an invitation to restore harmony to your body and your daily life and your patterns and your habits. And this can all pave the way for greater vitality and fulfillment and efficiency. Adding the sun to the story, the sun can illuminate work. The sixth house is your daily work. If you're in your office, it rules that. If you work from home, it rules that space, the people you interact with for your workspace. Or if you are a person of leisure and you don't work, just what you do every day, going to yoga, going to the post office, the sun here can illuminate this daily routine and can help you to fine-tune your approach to all of this energy. This could be a very important time to take charge of your well-being and create work-life balance. Now, all of these Libra planets are making what's called a quincunx, and it is a little bit as awkward as the word sounds. It's basically a time when air energy is trying to talk to earth energy, intellect is trying to talk to action, ideas are trying to talk to practicality, and, there may be, some communication barriers there. So, this is something that you have to bust through, that you have to work through, but it is an invitation, and it does give you this chance to empower your daily life, basically. And the themes here are harmony and their balance. And again, work. This can help you to refine your work process and establish routines that basically align with your values and your long-term goals. Mercury here, joining this party, may invite you to make strategic adjustments. You have a chance to analyze and reflect on your daily habits, on your health habits, on your wellness habits, on your diet, on your routines, and may give you the information you need to make these strategic adjustments that can optimize your productivity and your well-being, manage stress, balance stress. And because of this relationship nature of all of this, this may mean that you're pulling somebody in, like a coach or somebody, to help you get a handle on all of this. And the quincunx angle may also speak to that. It may tell a story of you not having these things managed. Taurus people tend to like to have things managed. They do their best to have things managed. And this may, this all may represent the pieces of your life that are not yet managed. And, and this could be happening here. So communication may need to happen with people in your daily experience. And this can have to do with creating harmonious work environments and really just having thoughtful dialogue, having planning, getting on the same page, having this meeting of the minds, like I was talking about, and really just, addressing any misunderstandings or inefficiencies and communicating your needs and goals, and then hearing other people's needs and goals, who you see every day. Now, before we pass through to the next party member, I wanted to talk a little bit about Mercury. The days around October 8th, Mercury is going to make a trine with Jupiter. That Jupiter energy is still in your second house, hopefully expanding your finances. May 2024 through June 2025, you have a 1-year opportunity to really get money things under control. And this whole story that we're talking about here could be part of that. And there could be some blessings that come in the days around October 8th. Jupiter is about to go retrograde on October 9th. So certain things that were moving forward with your income or with your spending or with your expenses, for that matter, could start to slow down. So from October 9th through February 4th, 2025, you are, you're able to kind of reassess, redirect, discern, tone in, rein in any spending or, anything going on with your finances that need to be just discerned and cleaned up a little bit. And you may get blessings in the days around October 8th. Then in the days around October 21st and 22nd, Mercury will have passed over into Scorpio by that time and will come in trine Saturn. So some long-term things could be starting to gel at that time. It could be great for strategy and for trying to get some things planned. As far as plans go, September 12th through October 7th, I go into this more in the September report too. That's another reason to go back and listen to that, but I'll touch on it here. September 12th through October 7th is a very important date, one of the most important series of dates for the rest of the whole year. And that is because it's the last time the personal planets Mars, Venus, and Mercury will be direct without any shadow periods. Okay, because when one of those planets is retrograde or in a shadow period of a retrograde, then it fogs up everything. It makes the tides roll in, and that's completely fine. There are so many things that retrogrades are good for. Going back over things, relaxing, revamping, editing, reevaluating. But if you have things you want to push through, if you have things you want to launch, if you have something important you're trying to get out there, and you want to do it sometime before next May or whatever, when this whole retrograde cycle is going to be complete, you have your window here. Because everything, once we get past October 7th, every day is going to go deeper into this retrograde energy. Now, Mars retrograde shadow starts on October 7th. Mars doesn't go retrograde until December 6th, but every day between October 7th and December 6th, it gets deeper into this retrograde, which, like I said, isn't a bad thing, but you may see your ambitions wane. You may see your efforts not be as rewarding or as obvious with what you're trying to do. Other people may get lazy. You may become uninspired. Mars can do that. And I think it's a great time to take a break from ambitions and rest on your laurels a little bit and reevaluate, and if you know that that's what's happening, then when it starts dialing back, then you don't have to fight it and get what happens when you fight it, the frustration. Mars can rule that frustration. And so if you learn to kind of notice when you're pushing still, September 12th through October 7th is a time to push for sure. It's a time to make things happen if it's in the flow for you. It's a time to try to push through things. But then once we get into the retrograde, since the tides are coming in, when you're trying to push out, the tides are coming back at you. So anything you throw out there, the tide's going to bring back in. And that's why the launches are better before then, to get them far out and wide as possible. And then just enjoy hanging out on the beach and seeing what the tides bring to you, or being that spider and all the webs that you wove in the past and all the webs that you wove or are going to weave September 12th through October 7th. You can then be this spider and you can wait for the food to come to you and not conjure. September 12th through October 7th is a time to conjure. The time after that's going to be a time to hang out in your web and just let your webs do the work and catch your food and just let everything kind of flow well. But in any case, there will be this nice, beautiful trine between Saturn and Mercury in Scorpio and Pisces in the days around October 21st, 22nd. And even though that retrograde may have, energy might have started, this still could be a time to get some last minute planning, some things in, before you start to dial back your ambitions from the future and a wide view into closer to home. And both Venus moving in retrograde and Mars moving in retrograde will do that. It will make you go from, out there to in here, and from grand and far into closer within your personal sphere. Okay, so back to our party. We have Lilith here, and her presence can help you to embrace authentic service. The 6th house is also having to do with service. Reclaim your power in your daily work and your health routines. Very much about standing firm in your values and evaluating what they are, and then standing firm in them. You can have major inner strength unleashed at this time. You can have an invitation to break free from limiting beliefs around work and around what daily work is and around what you're supposed to do. Many Taurus people may have ideas about having to work hard, and that is a nice trait to have, and that can serve you in many ways. But this invitation may come and say, how can you work smarter and less hard and have a little bit more freedom and joy in your life? Also making sure that your work and your service are aligned with your authentic self that's current right now, not those things that you felt for the past as to who you are and what you were doing. Then having Estrella here, Estrella is like a healing balm. And so this can bring the invitation to healing restoration to your energy field, to your work environment, to your daily experience, to your health. This is a time to infuse your daily routines with nurturing energy, and it can really lead to profound healing and renewal. And that's really what it's all about. You're getting an invitation to restore balance overall in all areas of life and to create a lifestyle that supports your physical and emotional well-being. Fortunately, this trend that is starting to become popular, that alternative people have been working on in the backdrop for a long time, is going to become a thing, and it will stay a thing. Self-care is critical, and calling attention to the things that we need to do in order to keep going is going to be a big thing. And this is very, very personal for Taurus at this time. So we add Juno to the mix. Oh, by the way, I'm giving you a lot of dates here, but if you like the dates and you want more dates, my sweet and salty list, all of my favorite dates of the month for doing important things, all of the be awareful and careful of, and my write-up, go to anniehelpsyou.com. I'll give you this info again later, but I just wanted to tell you now while I'm thinking of it. Put your name and email address in, click receive. You'll get to a welcome letter in your inbox. Go to the archive link, put October 2024 in the search bar, and it will pull up my write-up that will have more dates, because I am going to still give you more dates in this report. But if you really like those and those have value to you, then you can get more that way. Okay, so Juno here in this party is talking about commitments. She is a ruler of Libra, ruler of the 7th house, a ruler of commitment. And this may be a commitment to wellness. This may be a commitment to service. This could be a dedication to your new and healthier routines. This can be your commitment to establishing lasting habits that are going to support your overall well-being and those around you. This also could be, again, I'm saying it's an invitation. It's an invitation for manifesting harmonious work relationships and really doing the work of going through the muck of having to get it there. There could be misunderstandings going on that have been flavoring your work experience for a long time that a conversation could clear up and it could make things better. And you may need a mediator, or you may need a supporter, and all the Libra energy could bring that to you. Now, this big boom of the eclipse, talked about the timelines there. This is a long-term storyline. This can definitely act as a catalyst for your energy levels, your physical health. Also, all of this energy can have to do with pets and animals, because the 6th house rules that. This can be a huge catalyst. You know, an animal could come into your life, or something could happen notably with an animal that is a huge catalyst for something unrelated to even your pets. You know, an inspiration, something can happen involving animals that, you know, really kicks off a very important journey for you. And this is a time, an invitation for alignment, basically, you know, where you're going to manifest your daily balance. You're going to manifest a daily life that is fulfilling and that's aligned with your values, and create the work and health routine that supports your advancement. You know, that's what I mean again about this conversation of Jupiter and Mars going inward. It's dialing back to right in front of you. Our health is the most important thing. And yet we have been taught as a society to just dismiss it, dismiss symptoms, and just take something to make the symptoms go away, to push through being sick, to, you know, there are so many things that we've learned that that we have to unlearn now. And this is a chance for you to get in touch with the ways that this may be true for you. Okay, so then the Sun and Mercury will meet Venus in Scorpio in your 7th house, which is going to further these Libra themes, is going to deepen them through the resources and the empowerment energy of Scorpio. The Sun will illuminate these deep connections in your life, help you to explore the depths of your partnerships, can help you to transform and deepen your connections. And back to what we're talking about here, you can see all the things I'm talking about, how this can create terrific Taurian transformation. Because if your daily experience in your health life, in your relationships, can get profoundly transformed, well, that's going to serve as a catalyst for everything else. This may be a time where you may have an invitation again to embrace vulnerability and authenticity, and this can lead to greater intimacy and understanding. This is a time when the veils are thin, you know, as the planets get into Scorpio, and in the days around October 31st, Mercury, having moved into Scorpio, will then trine Neptune. So this is a time when I mean, in the October Scorpio time, the veils are already thin, but this particular aspect can help you even more, with Neptune, which rules these hidden worlds. And it can really help you to send those prayers out to people who passed, are in different dimensions. It can boost the chance for the synchronicities that you can really receive those greetings back to you from beyond, messages, ethereal, angels. It's very spiritual and very magical time. I mean, in my mind, the definition of magic is scientific stuff that hasn't been discovered yet. And so we call it spiritual because we don't have the scientific principle figured out yet. But I do believe, and we are finding more and more, that every spiritual idea or understanding has a scientific proof behind it. Even manifestation is physiological, and I've talked about this extensively in my videos. Our reticular activating system that filters out things also can help us filter in things, and can help us manifest when we use things like affirmation and subconscious programming that activates this reticular activating system. And people think manifestation is magic, and it is, because people don't understand how it works scientifically, but we're starting to, and that's what I mean. So there's a lot of spirituality that science doesn't support, or doesn't have the knowledge to know that it is scientific yet. And that's in the realm of magic. And all of that stuff in the realm of magic is supercharged in the days around the 31st with this beautiful aspect. So Mercury in that nice aspect, and Mercury in Scorpio in general, can invite you to have those challenging conversations. Maybe they won't be as bad as you think. Maybe they will be, but once you get through the other side, the gold will be there. This could be an amazing time to plan and negotiate with important people in your life. You could have new contacts coming in. You could have old contacts becoming more solidified and going to deeper levels with them. This is a time for strategy and strategic thinking. Even though some of these things are going to be talking in the realm of possibilities, a lot of this Libra energy is, like I said, it's intellectual. That's really good energy for this time, because trying to put too much action to some things, might not be possible. Mars may block it. The retrogrades may change things. The eclipses could bring in new information. So kind of relating in the world of ideas is going to be, a really good foundation for this reevaluation time that's coming. So Venus here in Scorpio and moving through the 7th house can really magnetize those passionate partnerships, either with romantic partner, or with business partner, with other people close to you, with clients, a renewal of interest and enthusiasm in how you connect with others. This can be financial. Venus rules money. Venus also rules Taurus. So, and the Taurian aspect of Venus, because Venus rules Libra and Venus rules Taurus. So Venus rules you, and then Venus rules this house that it's moving through. So, the different sides of Venus can come out very strongly at this time. And that can give more opportunities for this terrific Taurian transformation. And this can really come through powerful growth opportunities within relationships. That can be, like I said, passionate and also harmonious. Also deeply fulfilling and aligned with your heart's desires. Okay, I've given you a bunch of dates. I've told you how to get more dates. There's one more date I want to give you. Days around October 17th, we've got a 24-degree full moon in Aries. Fullness, completion, fruition, drama. Coming to Aries ruled things. The head, guard your neurological system, get symptoms checked out. And this could have to do with throwing you in the limelight, or autonomy, or major elucidative moments, transformation. This is going to occur for Taurus in the 12th house of your secret private world. There could be breakthroughs that happen behind closed doors, things that everybody doesn't know, a private experience, an opportunity to triumph over something that has been a plague to you. A fear could be overcome, an addiction could be pushed through. Gold within yourself could be discovered. I always like to talk about the 12th house as like the attic of our existence. And it's all cobwebby in there, but it also can have gold. And some of it could be ancestral gold, like heirlooms that turn out to be worth a lot of money, literally, or energetic things that you find within yourself. We do have a lot of karmic stories that are coming up here because of the 2 eclipses. And this could be a time where you blast out of old karmic ancestral patterns, but that you also own and accentuate good karmic gold within you. We all have hidden talents. We all have hidden potentials. Maybe one of your relatives was a masterful musician and you have that within you. And that maybe by restructuring your daily routine with all the sixth house focus may give you more time to take a class to develop something that you're interested in and you find that you're great at. You know, that's one of the ways that all of this can tie together, and you may see something notable in those days around October 17th along these lines. Okay, so make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell. As I've been told, if you don't click the bell, you won't receive my notifications. And if you enable notifications, it makes it even more likely that you're not going to miss anything that I post. And if you want early access to my public horoscopes, then go to anniehelpsyou.com. You will see this page. Scroll down there, put your name and email address in here, click receive. You'll get a welcome letter into your inbox. Sometimes it goes to spam. You can find it there and move it to your inbox. And there will be my eclipse resource page. There will be my zodiac health tips. You'll get my 28-day virtual coaching program. All of this for free. These are VIP perks. And at that archive link, you can search for October 2024 astrology to get my write-up of the sweet and salty dates. A lot of different dates that I didn't talk about in this report of aspects that you will really want to know and how you may see them manifest. Lots more goodies. I'm always finding out ways I can give extra perks to this community. You also get monthly mini astrology lessons. Now, if you're interested in learning astrology and you want something more structured and a system, I have that too. I've been an astrology teacher for decades, and I've helped many, many people get to where their passion of the stars helps them to earn money. So you can scroll down on that same page, click on Up Level, and you will see my Astrology Basics and Beyond course or my Become a Professional Astrologer Mastery Certification course. If you think I put a lot into my free offerings, you should see what I put into those courses. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.